everything will change. Everything has changed.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. EHG, the studio behind LE, dropped their Imperial Uprising wrap-up and gave us some plans for the future that we have been celebrating as a community. Now before I get into this post, I keep getting asked over and over again, Aaron, where have you been? You normally post a video every single day. Now you might be unaware, but on my Twitch, Aaron Action RPG, I started a Subathon, and it was supposed to be a nice small event for this Imperial Uprising event, and it kicked off September 19th. And today, that Subathon is still going. Over 520 hours streamed. We are currently on day 36, and we had a goal sheet of 35 days, just in case. We were doing hot tub and lawn mowing and pumpkin patch and all kinds of crazy stuff, movie nights, and there's still 35 hours on the clock. So we had to make a couple of changes. And one of the changes is that now every morning, 1 hour, I will get to do recording so that I can maintain YouTube content while maintaining the Subathon. And this is the first video for that. So if you want to come by Aaron Action RPG on Twitch, the Subathon is still going, currently on day 36. So I have not abandoned YouTube. They've been holding me hostage over there. So that's what's going on. All right. The Immortal Uprising end of the event wrap up. Now, first thing that I noticed on this post is that it's titled the Immortal Uprising, and it's supposed to be the Imperial Uprising. This is the stuff that I catch. All right, 760 million skeletons slain. That is a pretty damn good job. And before we get into all these different things they're doing, here is the actual reward. So if you participated in this, if you downloaded it and killed a singular skeleton, you are going to get this new crown. And I gotta say, it is actually a pretty good looking large MTX in game. I'm currently playing my Golemmancer level 100, which by the way, minion melee army. We just killed Aberoth, so I feel really, really good about that. It fits any Acolyte perfectly. If you're an Acolyte fan, you are really gonna like this new cosmetic. And I promise you there is something absolutely huge in this post, okay? So this is basically what's happening. All of these buffs, all of the stuff that's in the Imperial Uprising was basically supposed to leave on October 20th, okay? Based upon the positive feedback from some of the buffs, some of them are going to stay. Now, loot lizards and the new shrines were always planned on staying, so those are staying. But there's some other stuff that we get as well. So favor and reputation changes. Circle of Fortune reduced the cost of most prophecies up to 30%. So it's going to cost you less to get them. And in Merchants Guild, the Bazaar purchase favor costs are going to be reduced as well. Now, I'll link this in the description. I'm not going to go over all the math, but if you want to look at it yourself, basically, they're both going to be less. Also, rank requirements for getting from rank 3 up to rank 12 have also been dramatically reduced. So it's going to cost less, and you will get there quicker. I think this is great. A lot of people have been celebrating this, and a lot of people have been talking about, please don't remove this from the game. So they've tweaked it a little bit, and it's going to be better into the future. Loot lizards have also gotten a change. There's going to be fewer yellow and purple lizards, fewer blue lizards, more white lizards, and more big green lizards. So they're just, dude, there's so many loot lizards. You see them almost every run. I think loot lizards are fine. I've seen some people complaining, oh, they're already reeling in the fun. You see them everywhere. You see them everywhere. There's plenty of loot lizards. Also, the loot lizards normally bury into the ground after 20 seconds. They're now making it 40 seconds, so they're going to be easier to grab or get it easier to unburden. And then the lizards will drop 2 fewer shards on average, because the loot lizards have also kind of created a different problem. You now need to, since the shards don't auto transfer, you're filling up your inventory really quickly. So every run, you have to go into your inventory and click transfer. Obviously, that should just be automatic, but yeah, they're going to drop fewer shards. Cosmetic reward we looked at. Now, this right here is just chef's kiss. I mean, I'm not kidding. We were celebrating. I have currently, for the last few months, been leading a campaign to get this switched. I'm not saying it's only because of me. Please don't take that. But I have been talking to EHG, making content, explaining the whys, and tried to get some momentum around this. And I'm happy to say that we were successful. So I'm going to read this. One of the changes we're making internally in preparation for 1.2, upgrading our Unity engine from 2019 to 2021. This gives our team a lot of development tools and features to work with. The engine upgrade will be releasing before 1.2. However, with such a significant code change, this means the end of the event patch will be the last patch for a short while. To be clear, today's patch will not be the last patch before 1.2 patches will be on hold until we can get the release of the engine upgrade and not have to replicate changes from 2019 version in order to release them to the live client. So basically, they're going to work on doing the upgrade now, and they don't want to release content and then have to update it. So the next plan is the engine upgrade, okay? And that's not what we're celebrating. This will, of course, mean things will be a bit quiet on the development side while we're hard at work behind the scenes. So we're also going to be stepping up our communication even further with a whole host of posts coming before 1.2. This includes our new Etera monthly newsletter, blog posts covering what different departments are up to and interviewing team members, as well as blog posts covering features coming in season 2. What? Basically, they're gonna boost their communication. We'll have the Friday live streams. We'll have the monthly newsletter. We're gonna have blog posts and interviews. I like that. Here we go. Yes, you read that right. Season 2. That's right. We've also heard the feedback regarding the naming of our major content patches. Example 1.2. And will, as of this moment, in this very sentence, at this very time of the year, localized entirely within our community, be changing that naming convention to seasons, starting with patch 1.2 being referred to as Season 2. While we may still use the patch number in specific places, we hope this convenient change or convention change to seasons will help to clear up misunderstandings regardless what is a major content patch and expect it to be the start of a fresh cycle. Join us later this week for the next blog post as we talk about the music of Etera in a QA session with our lead composer, Eric. I cannot tell you. I cannot, as a content creator that covers Last Epoch full time, this is so big for the game. You might think, Aaron, like, who cares? Aaron, what are we currently in? We're currently in Cycle 1176. That is the official branding. Cycle 1176. Nobody knows what that means. Oh, this is going to be just great. And they aligned the season number to the patch number. So 1.0, Season 0. Current 1.1, Season 1. And the next season, 1.2, will be Season 2. This is the best possible situation. The best I could have. This is exactly what I wanted. I could not ask for anything more. This is great. Absolutely great. So we're now focused on Season 2. And don't worry, I've got other stuff we're going to start pushing. So that's the post. Feels good being back on YouTube and getting a video done. Aaron Action RPG on Twitch if you want to participate in the Subathon. Currently on day 36. And let me know in the comment section if you are happy with the development and where EHG is taking LE. I'm done. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.